Right. Now, when it comes to this fisherman's life, it's unpredictable, really, right? It's very difficult life they are spending, Pute, right? Now, obsessed with death, and they have this hot continence. Now, the word hot implies some sexual desires, right? Continence, right? Continence means you self control, right? Continence means self control, right? Now, this we are learning about the fisherman mourned by his wife, Pute, right? And upon the sea, right? Now, you experience this incident in the sea, Pute, right? And now you see the gentleman is still a very young gentleman, right? Now you see obsessed with death because really he's not sure about his life, Pute, right? So he has a lot of problems, right? And hot with continence, right? Upon the sea, right? Now they are in the sea, Pute, right? Chased as a gull. Gull mean a bird, Pute, right? Bird pointed, flying home, right? A bird who is flying towards the home, right? In haste to be with me, because you know that it's a kind of a nice example that the fisherman wants to have union with the wife, right? So they are very romantic, right? So they are newly married couple, right? So they need some sexual contact, right? They have to make love, right? So they need to experience the beauty of the life, right? So something romanticism is there, right? Now you know that gull flying pointed home implies that the more sexual partner is the birds, right? Now when you are learning literature, i mean the most sexual erotic feelings can be appeared from the bird's perspective, right? So this Patrick Fernando employs those images in order to show that one, this erotism, this sexual uh, desires like that, Pute, right? And you know that now that being dead, now this the person is aware about the death of the partner, because human life is unpredictable. Because if you are a fisherman, you are not sure about your life, right? Because you have a lot of i mean unpredictable things, Pute, right? Now here also you find these unpredictable things, right? And you were beyond detention, right? Now detention mean sometimes some people cannot i mean I mean, understand you, right? Beyond detention, right? So we cannot, identify you, right? And need not to be discreet, right? So I'm not telling that need not to be discreet, right? To be confidential like that. Let us confess, right? Now these partners are really divulge their secrecy, right? The divulge their confidential matters, Pute, right? Now they are going to confess, right? It was not love that married us, no affection. Now this is a proposal marriage. Now if you have a proposal marriage, the main thing is that the you are under the influence of adults, right? So adults take the upper hand of your marriage institution. So according to the uh, adults persuasion, they have got into the institution of marriage, right? Now you see that this proposal marriage has been given to this fisherman, right? So I need not to be discreet, right? So I'm not going to be discreet. Now discreet mean you are going to be very prudent, right? I'm not going to be discreet, right? Let us confess. So they are going to tell the divulge the secrecy in society, but it's very dangerous, Uday, right? It's very dangerous. Now if you divulge your secrecy confidential things to the society, you are in a risk, right? So but anyway, the poet is divulging his secrecies, right? It was not love that married us, no affection, right? It was not love us, no affection, right? That is proposal marriage, right? But elders persuasion, right? The elders has persuaded them to have the institution of marriage, Buddha, right? Not even loneliness. They don't have particular loneliness, Buddha, right? Recall how you were so impatient and afraid, right? So you have some afraid, you are not really fit into the situations. You have kind of a afraid also, right? And my eyes were open in dark, unlike in love, right? Now his eyes open, right? So that means he's really, I mean, uh, enthusiastic. He's really, I mean, opening his thinking, right? So eyes wide open in the dark, unlike in love. Now you see, now this is a proposal marriage. I mean, the female partner and the male partner, they are going to have their union, and they want to have their sexual union, right? So now their eyes were wide open in dark, unlike in love. Now you see, the poet is revealing the confidential matters. Now, normally, we don't express sexual matters in our normal life, right? It is normally it's a taboo in a standard society. We don't use that one. We don't talk about our sexual life. But here, I mean, the Patrick Fernando is really divulge the secrecy, right? So he reveals the confidential matters, right? Now you see, confidential matters are coming into the focus, Pute, right? Now recall how first you were so impatient. Now the first encounter, that is honeymoon, right? Now the partners are having the honeymoon there, right? Afraid. My eyes were open in dark, unlike in death, right? So they are really eager to have the sexual union, right? Trembling lest in fear. Now they are trembling. They are, I mean, they are shaking, Pute, right? Lest in fear, right? They have some, I mean, fear, phobia kind of a sentiments, right? And you will let me go a maid. And now the male partner is going to have the sexual union with the female partner. So, I mean, once you have passed the chastity test, right? So once you have the, I mean, sexual union, the maid will be a woman, right? Because that is the standard Sri Lankan culture, right? And trembling on the other hand for my virginity. The woman seeks for the virginity, but here the male partner has, I mean, deflower the woman, right? So this, of course, the, I mean, the real, I mean, the true incident, but it's not really, we are not telling this consummate love, conjugal love, make love, physical love, those are taboo things. But you know that this Patrick Fernando is talking these things, right? So sometimes you can criticize, but of course that is the, I mean the, I mean the honesty of expressions in human life, because it's also kind of a part of life. Because literature encaptures almost all human sentiments, right? The strongest sentiments in human life is love. So it reveals about the sentiment of love. That is the most strongest feeling, right? Love goes the world around. So that is the main notion in literature, right? So here you see those sentiments strongly expressed from the poetry, Pute, right? Now you see in the next stanza also this sexual union, sexual intercourse, and how this sexual connotation is brought into the discussion, right? Now, you know, 3 months the monsoon thrashed the sea. Now, you see that the gentleman or the fisherman stay 3 months away from the female partner. So, how much, I mean, sexual, erotic feelings might have, I mean, stored in the mind of their psyche, right? So, that's why they are just telling this. Now, 3 months the monsoon thrashed the sea. Now, it's a kind of a sexual connotation, Pute, right? Now, thrash the sea. So, it, I mean, once female and the male partners are having their sexual union, so they are also kind of a thrashing, right? And you remain at home, right? Now, this partner is telling that you are remaining at home, right? And the sky cracked like a shell. Now, this is a very fine example which I mean emphasizes about this female sexual union, right? Now, cracked like a shell. So that is, they are destroying the virginity, right? It's in thunder. The rain broke through. Once they are having this kind of a sexual union, the semen are exchanging a kind of a sexual, I mean, feelings, sexual erotic feelings, and their union is expressed through rain broke through. So that's rain is a nice, I mean, the outer environment which stimulates the sexual union of these two counterparts, the female partner and the male partner, right? At last, when pouring ceased, now the rain stopped, right? Now the rain stopped and the storm winds fell. Now storm winds fell throughout the environment, right? The gulls returned new, bloomed, and wild. Now gulls means birds, right? So they returned new, plumed with wild, right? So they return with this new, bloomed and wild, right? So they return. Now you know that once the birds are there, they really like to have the, I mean, the sexual uh, encounters, right? Now you see this, when pouring ceased, storm winds fell, right? Now stormy winds fell, Pute, right? And the gulls return new bloom. Now once you have the sexual union, the next most important thing is the baby, right? Now it also connotes the they are very important family member, right? So this is nice way of expressing about the fisher community, the uncertainty of life, their sexual encounters, like that. This is a nice reflection of human psyche, divulging about the secrecies and confidential matters. It's nice way of expressing Sri Lankan issues, Pute, right? So we are going to learn more things in the future also, Pute, right?